10. No. Alex is gone. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Joe's here.
Joe.
1.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Are we live?
Yes. Yeah.
I can't see videos.
Just we can see you, so it's fine, Joe. Hello everyone. Alex Collins to start recording. Hello everyone. Thank you for joining us from wherever you are. Thank you anyone who's like woken up to do this. I don't know what you're doing. You need to reevaluate your life if you do it. No, I'm joking. Thank you we're very, very appreciative. Thank you everyone who's listened, streamed the song already. We're very appreciative of that also. I'm glad you're all enjoying the song. I think Sam is going to take us through this live stream, right?
Yep.
And then we'll answer some questions and that kind of thing about the process of writing it and also the process of making the music video, which you will watch at 8:45. So we've got just over half an hour to get all of that in. So go.
Perfect. Well, do you, for those of you who can talk, would you like to introduce yourselves to everyone?
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of new people here. So, introduce yourself, say what you do in the band. Fun fact about yourself, go.
No, I'm not doing that. But I will say that I am Jack. I play the bass and guitar and some vocals.
Hello, I'm Alex. I play electric guitar and
And
vocals occasionally, if I feel like it.
Bill. Drums.
Riveting.
Are you talking, Joe?
I'm Joe, and I'm at work.
I'm Nuwan. I'm at the train station.
Where are you going?
Lucky.
Home.
Oh
Going
yeah.
home.
How long?
I play keys and sing a bit. Sometimes play some djembe.
And Tom Glencarney sends his apologies, but I think he might be able to join a little bit later. Fingers crossed. Great, that's done.
That was really nice. Easy that time,
What do you mean
Right.
that time?
I mean, you never know how these things are going to go with these fine fellas.
Why would you say that?
No reason whatsoever. It's definitely not from experience or, anything like that.
Joe, look at this.
I can't see you.
Oh, I'll describe it
Arnold.
to you. It's a traditional English party food that would get at birthday parties. It's cheese and pineapple on a stick, and I've kept the top of the pineapple for decoration.
Where?
There.
Can't see.
All right, just take my word for it.
What have you
it's
got?
good.
Joe? What
Oh,
is
that looks nice.
What's that?
It's a Mexican Super Bowl. Super Bowl.
Ooh. Right, what's everyone else eating?
No, I have my water bottle again. But that's
Right.
about
Oxygen.
Okay, let's talk about Sam. Let's
you,
talk about
you want me
you.
to talk about myself?
No, let's talk about something.
Do you want to talk about the song process from sort of start to finish? I know you guys have that amazing Instagram post that everybody can check out for some of the behind the scenes stuff. But if you'd like to take everyone through that, that'd be cool.
Well, it's a guitar part that Joe had for a while, and I think it kind of morphed itself from another song that we had ages ago. And then we were in a rehearsal one day, and Joe was playing it. We all sang a little, or I sang a little bit, and Nuwan was harmonizing, that kind of thing. Came up with a melody, and then that just sat recorded on our phone for like a year or a year and a half maybe. And I think Collins has got a little bit of that recording. If you want to play that. Is he playing it, do you reckon?
We are going to play the song in
Cool.
in a few minutes.
Okay. Then maybe don't bother playing it if it's going to take ages, because you can just check the Instagram post, because I put it on there. Maybe that would be better. And then with that, we had a big writing session before we recorded in February this year. Before we recorded all the songs in the EP. Nuwan, just mute yourself for a bit, Nuwan. Cheers, buddy. And then I did a little demo of that.
You did that in like a day as well. I was
Just
staying at yours, and you did it like in an afternoon.
Yeah, just because like we just felt like we needed something new to be introduced to the rehearsal room. I think just to just some for another potential song to kind of play off and that kind of thing. And we sat down and we sang it through, and it was really, really good. We kind of just all started trying out different melodies and harmonies and that kind of thing. And the big R section came out of that. And Joe and you guys all added different counterpoint melodies and that kind of thing, which was really lovely. And then we had a big old play with something else. It was another with your guitar part.
Oh, for the end.
Yeah.
I think most of the song came together like in the studio as well, because
Structurally as well.
Yeah, when we did the live demo just before we went in, it was only what we could play physically with what we had. So a lot of the texture came whilst we were like working with Jamie and Laura at Volta Lab, it was just really cool to do this song. And I know I shouldn't have like favorites and stuff, but I really like the song, and I think it's really good. It's different as well for us, which is nice.
Yeah,
it's very nice.
I think it's a good like, I don't know, like where we are as a band. I think it kind of encapsulates everything that we want to do, which is good. Does anyone else want to talk about anything within the recording process? I know Nuwan, you came up with some really cool parts on your new Nord, your naughty Nord.
Yeah, that was a lucky one. Just found it on the thing and just started jamming with it, and then everyone seemed to like it, so I stuck to it.
They're the big kind of we called it the elephant noise, didn't we? And they kind of fall over everything, really kind of spacey.
Those ones in the verse as well, which are the kind of siren-y ones. They were, I think you had them before we went in the studio.
Yeah,
and we're like 100% that needs to stay, because lovely.
Yeah. Bill did lots of we weren't really sure about the drums except for the end part, which you pretty much had in the rehearsal room, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But throughout the kind of the main section of the song before it goes into the big break at the end, we just had it like a simple kick beat, didn't we, pattern? And then we were like, just we'll sample loads of your drums. So basically you played around the kit, different cymbal patterns and other stuff, didn't you? If that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Is that right?
Yes, yeah, that's right, Jack.
I can't hear you.
That's right. That's right.
Good.
Yeah, they sounded well. Shit.
What's my name? Say my name.
Jack, Brett.
Thank you. And then we took those parts, the individual stems of the drums, and I think Joe kind of took the kind of helm on
There
that.
was samples of them all, and then Joe, you explain it. You made a beat out of it all, didn't you? All the different samples.
Yeah, I just got Bill to like, we recorded him just hitting each different thing and then made him like drum better with the
I don't remember doing that. Did we do that? Where I like hit everything, you recorded it. We do that.
Yeah.
it was like at the end of a take. And like, yeah, they weren't very like spacious.
Mm. It's cool we did that because the studio we were in, Joy Division recorded in with Martin Hannett producing, and I don't know if he kind of pioneered it, but he definitely like was one of the first to use that, where he was recording the individual parts of the drum kit and then putting them in the tracks, like creating a beat out of them. I guess this was before drum machines, right? So actually,
When?
this would have been the early 70s.
Yeah, probably. Could be wrong though.
Yeah, so that's an interesting little thing. What else have we got?
There's a drum machine in this as well.
Is there?
There's the boom, boom,
Oh,
at
the
the start. That's that little Volca again.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's cool. And he's tuned it as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
The cello, we recorded some cello at the rehearsal studio. Alex kind of produced it, and we kind of composed it together with Eleanor Toms. And there was a lot more, but we were quite choosy about what parts kind of stayed. And I think kind of that really works. Because like you were saying in that post, it is like another vocal part.
Yeah, it's a voice, isn't it?
Which actually a lot of this song is about kind of us creating new vocal parts with other instruments, I think. Unintentionally, but it's kind of felt a bit like that. How many I've got a video of Jamie, our producer, the guy who recorded it, and he's got like the stems up for our vocals, and it is mad. The amount of vocal parts there are in it.
Nice. Well, do you want to play the song for everybody now? And
Yeah.
then we have a special guest, and then we can get into some of these videos you're talking about.
Yeah.
That sound good?
Or do you want to bother playing it, because we don't have that long, because everyone can just listen to it afterwards.
We're gonna do another breakdown video. I don't know if anyone saw the last one where we did "Love You a Little Less," but we're gonna do one for this one as well.
Yeah, great.
So there's loads of cool stuff going on. So that'll be fun.
Even stuff that we haven't seen, because Jamie kind of takes it away and engineers, mixes it, and there's a lot that he's added to this.
Yeah.
Pardon me, which will be like a very small detailed stuff, but it'll be interesting for us to have a look at that. I'm trying to find this video.
Perfect. Hi, Tom.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, Tom.
Good.
Hiya.
How are you?
Sorry I'm late, gang. Been like a blue ass fire today.
It's all right.
How's it going?
Yeah, it's good. We've just been chatting about the songs. We haven't really spoken about the lyrics, because I know we kind of sat down together and you added quite a bit, and we spoke about different bits and pieces.
Yeah, I mean that was a joint effort, wasn't it, on this one? Yeah, I think we were. Jack started off with some beautiful words and sort of set the tone, and you know that definitely rang true a lot of the stuff for me at the time as well. And we were just, wanted to just pad it out a bit, and yeah, we ended up having a nice little collaboration on that one.
We didn't really speak about theme or anything. It was just kind of like organics is awful word in it, but it was kind of like
yeah, it sort of came from a place of, it was one of the ones that we sat down in the room and was like, right, what do we do here? But like I said, Jack came with the majority of it already, and I just threw in the odd word here and there. But yeah, it was very satisfying to work like that.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
exciting. Well, we do have a special guest joining us. Jack, do you want to introduce her?
Yes. This is who's about to join is Kira Nolan, and she did the amazing artwork, created it, designed it, then used it in the animation, animated it all as well. So is she coming along? And that was all in the music video, obviously. The stuff that you've seen already for the promo stuff. So yeah, she's amazing. And I haven't seen her for a long time, so it'd be nice to see her.
So beautiful.
Yeah, she comes along. We had a very brief couple of Zooms with her and Alex Ryland Jones, who was filming the live action stuff. And I basically said, look, we just want to do something a little bit with like iconography at its kind of at its base, where it's like this weird bird person or something, and so you don't really have to do much with story or anything. So I was like, there's a bird head, do some amazing animation around that, around nightingales. And I think I said very briefly something about I was looking at this like vein, this kind of this circulatory what's the word? Circulatory, is that a word? Circulatory, is that a word?
What are you trying to say?
It's like the system of veins that connects your
Circulatory.
Circulatory, yeah, that connects your heart to your head.
Oh wow.
And so I was like, I just said something like that, and she came up with all the stuff, and obviously the transformation from bird to person as well. So she did. Is she here?
She is.
Is she?
We're going to bring her in
All right,
after
yeah,
that
bring
really
her in
beautiful introduction that you just made.
then. Yeah, great. I was
Get her
just
in.
kind of vamping because I thought she wasn't here.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hello, Kira.
Hello.
You're muted. Oh, hang on, she's muted.
Oh,
You're
there's always
still
one of us in
muted.
the bud.
Unmute.
There we go. She's clocked it. She clocked it. Whee! There we are.
Hey.
Hi, yeah, nice to meet everybody.
Hello, Kira.
This is everybody.
Hi, what's up?
So obviously I'm just giving you a bit of an introduction. Do you want to talk about the process, like your process? Because actually I'm pretty clueless as well. We just obviously have seen this. Well, we've managed to see the finished product. You all will soon. But so do you want to talk us through that a little bit?
Yeah, so when you got onto me and you gave me those kind of few notes, I just started listening to the music, and then just started like thinking like what imagery was coming to mind myself, and then did up a few sketches and a few watercolors that I then sent on to you guys to see what you thought. And then actually when it came into making the animation, I wanted to make it look like my watercolors, like the physical ones. So I'd actually never done that before. So that was a very fun learning curve, because it was something that I was wanting to try for a while, to do digital watercolor basically. So that was really fun to do, and I think I got it looking kind of watercolor.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. So how do you go from like on the page to animating it?
Yeah, so well, first off, to get down the style, it really it takes a lot of playing around. So everything was made in Photoshop, so it's just playing around with like loads of different brushes, like watercolor brushes and different like textures and stuff. And then I also had a base texture of like a watercolor paper over everything. And then so I created most of the assets in Photoshop, and then I brought it all into After Effects, and then started animating everything in there and chopping everything together. So a lot of it is like moving shape layers and transitions and stuff like this. So does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, I was saying before that we didn't really have much of a backwards and forwards. It was kind of what you gave was like the finished product. It was kind of spot on. And it's, I mean, everything surrounding this song has kind of felt like that it's just kind of happened, you know what I mean? And worked. So yeah, do you want to do like some questions, Sam, for the last 15 minutes? Because I feel like that's probably where most of the time gets spent, and then hopefully lots of the questions will be directed at Kira as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I can pull up a couple actually from Discord from some of the fans. I had them send over some questions in advance, and one of the first ones was talking about the collaboration process between you guys and making the illustrations and all of that. So, yeah, if you want to maybe talk about what further inspired the concept of the music video, how you guys, you know, sort of went back and forth on that, we can go from there.
I guess more specifically, like it's just very, I don't know, that like it was all material. Do you know what I mean? Like I just knew we wanted this bird head. Fine. I cycled past the bus stop. I was like, it'd be cool if that was there. Like, do you know what I mean? And then I was like, let's go to a cliff and fucking do some stuff there. It's just, I think that's an okay way to work as well. Do you know what I mean? Because
yeah,
we've got the song which is so emotive, and it's like you put that on top of stuff and people are going to be able to create their own stories around it. And that was the beauty with the animation, I guess. It was, you could keep it very abstract. But what would be an interesting question for Kira, another one, would be like, what was your kind of journey to creating a story within that? Because I didn't give you any of that. That was kind of
yeah, I suppose so when it comes to the like bird person, I've had like it's kind of like a motif in my own work for the last few years that I do like these kind of bird hybrids. So that was actually great that was coming into it. And then when you were saying earlier about the circulatory stuff, it's also something that I look at myself as well, and the body. So
that's
yeah.
mad, because I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. I'm very bad at posting stuff online, but yeah, so all that stuff was already like kind of stuff that I've been kind of working with for the last few years. And like for me, when it comes to like doing those motifs, it's all about like transformation and like kind of like how the bird person started for me. And actually a few years ago, I read this like it was like an old myth. It was about this like this king, and he gets a curse put on him, and he gets changed into a bird. And then it's the whole story is about him like being lost within society and trying to find his place. So yeah, I think that's always something that kind of stuck with me with when it comes to that kind of imagery. And then which when the bits of the song that you were telling me about, you know, like unrequited love and everything, it's like the bird person trying to find his way and like transforming into a bird as well. So all of that just started like making imagery in my head, and then I just started sketching out these things, and like one sketch would lead to another, and then you just start chopping them all together and seeing how you can make one thing fit with another. And there's actually a bit within the animation that a bit later on, which it wasn't initially part of the plan, but then I realized that I needed like more imagery to like go in there. It's the bit when the heads come in, and it's like so yeah, it's like once you just start creating, it's like one thing informs, one image informs the next. So yeah, it's like it's funny, you don't know sometimes what's going on.
That's cool. I mean, it's probably how we work a lot of the time as well, I guess. So there's a synchronicity there as well. Do you want to do another question, unless anyone's got anything to add to that?
Yeah, I can jump into one of the fan questions if you guys want.
Go for it.
So somebody wants to know if Romy and this song are connected, because every time she listens to them, it feels like it's one cohesive storyline told across two songs. Was that intentional?
Not in the slightest.
Really?
No, I don't think so. I mean, from my perspective, anyway, I think they are connected in a way that we agreed to, put them on the same EP. They live in the same world, but in terms of like a storyline, unless I'm speaking incorrectly there, boys. I mean that the way they were both written is very, very separate and completely.
No. Yeah.
There is a little Easter egg in there, actually.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but no one's clocking that.
Yeah, but
It's one of our. It's what was Alex's harmony line, isn't it?
yeah,
We won't say and see if maybe you can listen out for it, and those melodies cross over. But I was going to say, Romy is the first song that we wrote for the EP that Joe and Tom wrote together. So maybe that as a starting point, everything kind of like subliminally bounced up. I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Actually, maybe, yeah.
But like, yeah,
Nice.
but they're not connected, as Tom said, and they
Good to
never
know.
will be.
No matter how much they want it, it's not happening. Somebody else wants to know, how do you feel about your growing fan base and the love you receive for your songs as more and more people start to listen to them?
I
Don't
reckon.
all jump in at once.
Bill, what were you going to say?
I won't go say anything. It's great.
Yeah. Oh, great.
No, go on.
You just
Perfect.
looked like you wanted to answer that.
No.
What do you think, Nuwan?
Cool.
Yes, cool.
Bloody hell, lads! It's like getting blood from a stone. It's
Oh,
beautiful.
No, it's
I'm-
amazing. No, it's amazing. Come on. That's all we want, right? We want people to keep listening to our stuff. And it's growing every day. So that's all we can ask for. Perfect.
I'm very
Great.
great.
Thank you.
Can I ask a question for Nuwan about the vanilla stuff?
No.
Absolutely.
Go on.
What's all that about then?
Unmute yourself.
There,
It's quite loud here because I'm at Paddington. Well, when we were trying to write the songs, I think it was you, Jack. You were all together anyway. We were like, maybe you should try and write some lyrics in single for one of the songs. And I was like, yeah, that would be amazing. And I hadn't stopped thinking about it until we got to the studio. And as we were writing, I kind of thought Rossignol was the perfect song to write the single lyrics to. So I just took the lyrics which Jack and Tom had written, and then I translated the whole thing. And then I realized that the bit in the chorus was the best bit to translate. And it's literally, I've just translated, it means, Hur bästa animator, Aerospace Pagana means just lift her up as the sun goes down. And it's the same thing. As the years go by, lift her up and kiss. It's the same thing. So it's directly translation is a bit weird, but when I was in the studio, I kept singing it over and over in my head whilst Tommy was just running through his vocals, and then the whole motif of just the sun going down was in my head, and then the going up, lifting her up was in my head, and sort of made a melody on that, and that's all it was. Kept it
And
very simple.
We'd never heard him do it at this point. So,
oh my
Yeah.
god!
and
yeah.
we're sat in the mixing room, and he's in the live room. And the first time he sang it, our jaws hit the floor, and we're all just staring at each other, just almost laughing our heads off because it was so perfect. It was so.
Yeah, you were like, don't do another take. I was like, we need to do another one.
It was so
Yeah.
perfect.
I've got a video of that moment as well, actually, which I'll
Really,
maybe I won't post. Maybe it's nice that it was just our thing. Actually, I was
it was pretty special. That.
I didn't hear a single thing. All I saw you were just jumping around. I just didn't hear anything.
You
Okay.
shit!
it's a nice moment.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. Yeah, it was lovely.
That's beautiful. So somebody else, actually, speaking of this, really beautiful thing that kind of transpired, somebody else asked, are you planning on including more forms languages into your songs?
If anyone's got any others to offer, then yeah, crack on. But I mean, I don't, unless you, Bill.
Hey, we're gonna coach.
You got a bit of Spanish in you, Bill.
Sugar lemonade.
No hablo español.
Oh, wait, here we go. Joe's got some here. What was that, Joe?
Go on, Joe.
Joe's chiming in.
Muted himself again.
I think Joe is delivering someone's food to their table.
He's just trying to work, you know?
Under the table.
He's on
So,
the
yeah, in answer to the question, yeah, I mean, if there's anything going, then yeah, we'd love to.
Perfect. Somebody else wants to know, is there going to be a tour soon?
Let's get the EP out first, eh?
Perfect.
You need to-
Step one,
You need a bus
EP.
as well.
What?
You need to buy a bus.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, big van.
Yeah, I mean, eventually that'd be lovely. We just need the waters to settle a little bit, and then we'll crack into that for sure.
Absolutely. So
Does
I
anyone
wanted to ask-
does anyone have any more? Sorry for interrupting, Sam. But does anyone have any more questions about the music video?
I was just about to ask some questions about
Oh,
the music
amazing!
video.
Thank you. Just while Kira's here.
Back.
Perfect timing. So somebody else wanted to know sort of how long it took to shoot the music video and then obviously complete everything from there. Like once you had the live shots.
We did the stuff at the bus stop in a day, and then the stuff on the cliff in a day. It was a really lovely day out, actually. To a place called Broadsides is it Broadsides or Broad something? Broadstairs, which is like an amazing little seaside. It was only like an hour out of London. Well, nice. So we got lots of stuff there. And then how long did it take you all together, Kira?
Yeah, animation takes a lot longer. So yeah, it was a few months. Yeah, so we had a few stops and starts because I went to Italy. You know, for research.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
How long does the actual animating process take? I assume that's the longest.
yeah, and yeah, getting everything together. So you first start with concept, then you go into storyboard, make the animatic, then do all the designs, then start animating, and then comp it all together. So I'd say, yeah, it took about like 3 months. 3 months.
Yeah. And I mean, that kind of craftspersonship kind of shows, doesn't it? It's really lovingly made.
Yeah, it's beautiful, gut-wrenchingly sad as well.
Yeah.
You know, in the best way. Where are you from, Kira?
I'm from Ireland, Galway,
Oh, yeah,
in the
I can
west,
tell you
but
that.
I'm living in
Galway.
Dublin. Galway, yeah.
Nice, beautiful part of it.
But here in Dublin right now, so
Yeah.
you all have to come over and play gig here.
I mean, it's number one on my list.
Yeah, I'll put you up.
We'll have a
There's
good time.
plenty of floor.
We
There
should
you go,
do a gig
first
in
one.
Dublin. We should do a gig in Dublin. Go all the way up to Donegal and do a full coast,
Perfect. Let's do it.
the full west coast tour, all the way down to Cork. Happy days.
Perfect.
Get Collins on that.
Yeah. We'll put it into the spreadsheet.
Perfect.
Do you reckon one more question, Sam? Do you reckon that's...
Yeah, that sounds good because so in a couple of minutes, it's going to automatically redirect everybody from the live to the music video, which would be super exciting. So I will pick a random question. Somebody wants to know, what are your favorite potato dishes?
Good question.
I'm Irish, so I feel like I have to say that first.
Everybody has to
There's a,
go around
speci-
with one.
there's a specific Sri Lankan potato dish that's like a spicy one. That has to be my favorite.
Amazing.
Mashed potato.
Oh God.
I know you ate that, don't you?
You know
Okay,
what?
Alex disagrees.
I think a baked potato is very versatile, and I do like a baked potato.
I'm gonna go roast potatoes.
Oh yeah, fair.
To be fair, that's probably mine. Some nice roasted, but they've got to be crispy, otherwise.
Oh yeah, crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside. Otherwise, just wasting your time.
Yeah.
What about you, Joe? Joe,
Me?
what
Yes.
potatoes do you like?
What's what?
What potatoes do you like?
Potatoes.
Yeah. Not that
Right.
deep.
All right, cheers, mate.
It's a lot of pressure. Okay, he wasn't prepared for this question.
Oh, he's thinking the music video's gonna come in a minute.
Yeah.
You got 2 minutes until the music video starts playing. So
I don't know.
What do you like?
Do you like
Yeah.
shit?
Baked potatoes.
Good. There we are.
Sweet. Patatas
Perfect.
bravas.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
Patatas bravas, 4.45. Bargain.
this is good. This is what the fans wanted. So we're happy to be delivering.
Kira, did you say yours?
Mashed potatoes all the time, definitely.
Yes, in. Come on.
Loads of butter, loads of salt.
What's the
What's
mash?
yours? What's yours, Sam?
I did not pick. I don't eat a lot of potatoes. I like breakfast
No,
potatoes.
yeah.
We call them home fries in the US. I don't know what you guys would refer to them as.
Is that just fudge at breakfast?
Hash brown.
Yeah,
Hash
so hash browns are different from home fries. Home fries, you cube them and they have different spices on them and they're really good. And you can only have them for breakfast. So there
We're
we go.
gonna get cued into the music minute. Oh, it's 1 minute.
Yeah, so we have about a minute before it's going to just automatically play the music video. So if you guys want to maybe just say thank you to everyone for hanging out with us, we can do that.
Thank
And-
you.
And thank you to Kira for showing up and being amazing and creating such a beautiful video.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
very
you so much. Thank you for talking about, your process and everything. It's fascinating to learn that side of things.
Thanks for having me.
Right.
Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Okay. And then if you guys want to join the chat.
Oh,
In the
yeah.
me-
I'm gonna actually get home now because I've been just waiting at Paddington.
See you later, Nuwan.
Bye,
Yeah.
Bye, Nuwan.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
So
Oh,
I think hold on. I'm trying to make sure it's actually playing the video.
I think we're still on this.